Hello all, welcome to Cognitive Hub Linux tutorials. In the previous videos, we have seen about the basic commands, including like from the ls command to the till sleep command and clear command and history commands. And we have also seen about how to do the zip, unzip, and how to give the permissions to a file as well. So in this video, what I'm going to explain is I'm going to explain one of the command or one of the utilizations that we have in normal Windows, that is known as Control F. So how you will find a particular word using Control F is exactly what the grep command is gonna do. So I am going to illustrate here about the different options that we have in the grep command, and what it basically do is it will find a particular given word in a file, and it will also find the total number of occurrences, or it will also find the total number of occurrences with the complete line, and it will also show us the what are the lines that are not matched with the given string or whatever it may be. So I'm going to show you about all the different sort of commands or different sort of options that we have in the grep, and with the help of examples. So without wasting any time, let's dive into the topic.
Okay guys, now as I mentioned in this video, we are going to look into the one more command that we have in the Linux, that is nothing but a grep command. So basically grep is nothing but we use grep command to search for a particular string or for a particular format of strings in a corresponding file or all the files present in that particular directory. So suppose if you want to search for a particular string in all the files present in the directory, we will use grep command for that. And if you want to understand like how many occurrences that we have for this particular string that you want to search in that one particular file, then you can use the grep command. So I will explain you what grep command is with a small string first, and followed by I will also explain you about the multiple options that we have in the grep command, followed by some regular expressions with how we can use the regular expressions with the grep command. So I'm going to explain all these things. So before going to that, I want to execute the ls command first. So to watch all the files that are present here. So basically what I am doing is I am just removing all the files here. So I removed all the files. So basically what I am doing, I am creating one empty file here, touch space file1. Oh sorry, rm space star and touch space file1 ls. So we have a file1 here, and I am creating one more file here, touch space file2. So we have a file1 and file2. Now what I am doing is I am opening the file1 here, cat file1. Now I am gonna write some content into the file1. So the content should be like we need to understand that later. Hello space world, hello world, hello Linux and by Linux, bye. Yeah. So this is the basic like data that I want to write. So here I am just clicking Ctrl D here. So if you give cat space file1, you will be having all this content, whatever the data that we wrote. Now if you observe here, if I mention cat space file2, we won't get any data here because we don't have any data under that. But just for understanding purpose, what I am doing is I am writing some content over the file2 as well. So this is file2 of grep command. So that's it. I am okay. Let me give you one more command here which is repeated. So this is Linux tutorial. So these are the two contents that I want to write here. So we are having two files, one is file1 and another one is file2, which is having some sort of things. If you consider the file1, we have a repeated words here, hello and word. Similarly hello combined with the word, and we have a capital hello, and I will illustrate what exactly the difference is. So just try to create a similar sort of files in your system as well, and I will tell you what exactly it is. And what I can say is, okay, let me add one more line here in file 2. I want to add hello also in the file 2. Yeah, so that's it. So now we have a hello also here. So now first word what I want to do is I want to start illustrating the grep command. So let me clear it out, and I want to show you the file 1 first and followed by file 2. So these are the two data. So now what I want to do is I want to search for hello world in file 1. So if we search for it, so basically we have total hellos. We have a file in first line we have a hello one time, and second line we have a hello, and third line we have two hellos. That's it. Total the count should come as 4. But here if you observe here only 2 lines are printing here. That means the first hello and second hello. So why the remaining 2 hellos are not printing from the third line is because in the third line we have it as a capital letter, capital H. But here, but if you consider here in the third line, it is just a small h, like if the word that we search here is small h and hello. That means basically without mentioning any option, it will check with the case sensitive. So if you search for capital H, now it will pick up the other 2, and it won't pick up the first 2 lines. So that is the main difference here. By default, without mentioning any options, it will search for the case sensitive. But if you don't want to search it with the case sensitiveness, then you need to specify one option known as I. So grep space hyphen I is nothing but it will check irrespective of the case sensitiveness. So if I enter this, now previously we got only these 2, and now we got all the 3 here. So now if you want to remove the case sensitiveness, you need to use the option known as hyphen I. And we have one more option here. So if you want to identify total number of occurrences in this particular file, so we have an option known as, just like the same word I am mentioning, I want to check how many times the hello was repeated here. So in that case I am using hyphen C option here. So hyphen C is nothing but to count the number of occurrences we found a match. So if you observe here, it is matched with total 2 times. So we didn't mention here case sensitiveness. Let me try with the case sensitiveness also. So if you mention I also, that means case sensitiveness, then we will get total 3 matches. But if it is only the small 1 match, like only just a count of without mentioning the case sensitiveness, it is just 2. So this is how. So if you don't mention any of the option, then by default it is a case sensitive. And if you mention option as hyphen I, then it will check with respect to irrespective of the case sensitiveness. And if it is hyphen C, then it will count the number of occurrences that we found a match. So similarly, so this is just checking the content in the file 1. But if you want to check the content of the particular string in both the files, like in all the files that are present in a corresponding directory, then in that case what you can do is you can search for hello. Instead of writing the file name here, you can write star here. So what star means is it will pick up whatever the files that are present in the corresponding directory or the current directory or present working directory. It will pick up all the files and it will search that particular string in all the files allowed. So if I enter here, so basically what it is saying is star means it is saying all the remaining directory, but we found hello world in the file 1 2 times and hello in the file 2. Similarly, hello world is a directory it is showing. So irrespective of the other directories, it will show all the matches that we have found in the files here. So if it is a directory, it won't go in there, it won't go in the loop. So if it is a file, then it will go. Similarly, if you want to check, if you want to apply the same, like if you want to do the count, you can use hyphen C here and you will get the count also. So in file 1 you got total 2 occurrences, in file 2 you got only 1 occurrence. Similarly, if you want to apply it for hyphen I, then also you will get that option. So in the first file 1 you got total 3, in the second file unfortunately we have only 1. So like this, if you want to search it for the complete all files in a directory, you can use this. If you want to do it only for one file, you can specify the file name as well. So along with that, We also have one more option, that is nothing but hyphen W. So let me write that, grep space hyphen W space hello, and here the file 1. So if I write this command, so what it basically do is it will match for a word but not for the substring. So if you consider here hello is not a word here, it is a substring of the actual hello word string, and if it is the first line, then it is a word here. So let me execute this. So if you observe here, previously if you write without hyphen W, we got 2 lines as output, that means these two, hello space world and hello world. But now if I write W, then we are not getting 2 lines here, we are getting only 1 line, because it will consider only the matches if we are having specific words, but it won't consider the match string in a substring, match string as a substring, it will consider without the substring. So that is, in that case, you need to use the hyphen W option. And we have one more string known as one more option known as hyphen O. So the same thing. So what it will do is it will only show us the match string. So out of the previously till now what we have seen is, if we are having any matches, then it will directly show us the matched options, like a matched complete line. But now if you want to show only the matched string, then you will use the hyphen O option. But in most of the cases we won't use this hyphen O option, we will mostly use the hyphen W option for getting only the exact words, and hyphen I and hyphen C options. And we have another option also, like along with the word, if you want to print the number of the line number, then you need to use one more option known as hyphen N. So if you write this, what it will do is it will pick up the hello world, that is the first line, and the second one is hello world, and it is second line. So like this, if you also want the line number along with the match string, then you will also get the line number also. So if you got the line number, then it is easy for you to pick up that particular string to the particular match string in the actual file. And along with this, we also have the one more option, like opposite of hyphen N. Like if you want to print the unmatched strings, then you can use hyphen V. So basically N is for printing the matched strings, but if you want to revert the operation of what the grep will do, then you need to use the grep space hyphen V. So what it will do is it will just basically convert this, like what I can say, the inverse of the actual grep function. Grep will do the matching, and grep space hyphen will do the non-matching string, will give us the output as non-matching strings. So till now we have seen about various options, like we have seen about how we can reverse the, how we can print the non-matched lines by using the grep space hyphen V, and grep space hyphen N is for the line numbers, and hyphen O is for only the matched string, and hyphen W is for printing the only the words, not with the substring. And we have seen also about hyphen I as well as hyphen C for printing without case sensitivity and for printing with the count numbers. So along with this, as I mentioned, we can also use the regular expressions over here. So the regular expressions what we have is, so if you are good at regular expression, then you can use directly the regular expressions over here. So the regular expression what I am going to use is file 1. So one thing I want to use is, my line should contain HE, that means it should contain HE, hell, and it should also contain U. So what it means is, at any position we need HEL and U also we need. So in that case it will check for that, but unfortunately we don't have any such type of things. Like I guess we have wrote some content here. Okay, we have wrote hello Linux here. So let me do with the capital H here. I will just modify the thing. If I wrote capital H, then we will get the output, I guess. Okay, let me try this. Okay, if star is not working here, then try to use the capital cap symbol, that means starting symbol here. So I want to print only the lines which will start with capital H and end with anything after that. So if I want this, oh, it is not working. Yeah, it is not working. 1 second. So it is printing hello star dollar. Okay, I think the star is not working here. Star is also taking it as a string, but basically what it means is if you write only this, that means it will pick up the lines which will start with capital HELLO. That is the reason why we got this. And similarly, you can also check for, instead of starting position, you can also write it as Linux ending. So which ends with Linux, I need that. So we have total 2 lines here. One is hello Linux and another one is bye Linux. So you can use the such type of regular expressions also here. But just go through what are the regular expression wildcards that we have and just apply it all here, and you will get to know about how the regular expressions will work with the grep command. And along with these grep options, we also have 3 more options that we have, like using capital A, capital B and capital C here. So those are basically, we will use this if we are working with the huge files, like the files which are having of 1 million records or 10 million records. In such files we will use this basically. So what this basically do is grep space the normal syntax hello space file 1. So now if I write this, we will be getting these 2 records. Now what I want is, so basically I am writing the Linux here, Linux, capital L Linux. Yeah, so total we have these many records. Now what we have an option known as -A1. So what this option means is, it will print the corresponding searched line. So suppose if you are searching for the Linux, then it will print the matched line in that particular file, and along with that it will print after n lines. So whatever the number that you will give here, it will print along with the matched line. It will also print those many numbers after the matched line. So suppose if you consider here ls, if I write this, so this is the matched string Linux, and after this 1 line it will print, that means by Linux. And anyway we have a match for this particular Linux also. So after this it will print 1 more line, so that is bye. And if I mention -A2, then it will print 2 lines. So we will get the last line also. I think we have only one line after that. So if I mention hello here, then you will get to know. So if I mention hello here, basically these 2 words will match, and I mentioned A2 here, so you will be getting 2 lines here. But if I mention A1 only, so you will be getting only 1 line after the match string. So like that. Similarly, we have one more option known as -B2. So as A will represent after the n lines, like after n lines, so B will represent before n lines. So if I mention capital H here, so we are having a match string here, and above that it will before 1 line it will print. Similarly, if you wrote B2, then you will get before 2 lines, like the above hello world, and similarly hello world. And along with this, if you want both front line as well as the middle, like before lines as well as the after lines, then you need to specify capital C. So which will print the specified number of lines after matched line as well as before matched line. So this is the space. So this is basically the hello matched line, and after that we have 2 lines printed, and before this we have 2 lines printed. And if you specify only C1 here, then you will get this is the matched line, and above and after we have only 1 matched string here. So this is new other options that we have. So basically, if you want to check all the grep commands here, I am mentioning history. So these are all the grep commands that we have used here. So firstly, we have seen about like what are all the, like previously, I will come from the bottom. So we have seen about ABC options in the grep command. So what this basically mean is, if you are having a match string, along with the match string it will print like those many specified lines after the match string or before the match string, or if you want both, you can also do that by using the option ABC. And similarly you can use regular expressions here by using this grep command, just by specifying the wildcards in the starting as well as ending. And along with that you can use several options here. Grep space -v is nothing but to print the unmatched strings, unmatched lines, and -n is for to print the number of to print the line number, and O is for printing only the only the match string, and W is for printing the for checking the matchings only with the words, not with the substrings, and I is for checking with respect to the irrespective of the case sensitive, and C is for counting. And if you want to include multiple options in a single command, you can also use all commands in this all options in a single command also, like this, like -ICW or ICO, something like that. So these are all the grep commands that we have seen in this video, guys. So that is all for this video. In the coming lecture we will see one more advanced command like cut command and count command. So that is all for this video. Thank you for watching, guys.